All right. Okay. This life is a school, is a learning institute. The day we stop learning, that is the day we begin to decay. The day we stop learning is the day we begin to decay. Every stagnant water will stink. A little child that says the kindergarten is too low for him will soon find out later that the university will forever be too high for him. The highway to professorship passes through the gate of the kindergarten. It passes through the toll gate of the kindergarten, of the creche. 10 of us may be looking at the same thing and see different objects. It depends on which eyes are you seeing with. Which eyes are you seeing with? Your sense of value will determine the tenses of your language. Your sense of value will determine the tenses of your language. Real men look for opportunity, while vain men pant after money. Real men look for opportunity, while vain men pant after money. Both looks good in the short run. Money and opportunity, they look good in the short run, but the man that embraces opportunity will soon be calling the shots in the long run, and the dude that goes for money will face the odds in the future. It is with what eyes are you seeing with? What is supposed to be under my feet will never turn around and defeat me. What is supposed to be under my feet will never turn around and defeat me. Real men looks for opportunity, while empty men pant after money. If you are going to pant after anything, if at all you are going to pant after anything, the Bible says, as the hart panted after the waters, so my soul panted after you, God. If you are going to pant after anything at all, it got to be God. Real men looks for opportunity, while empty men pant after money. Both looks good in the short run, but the man that embraces opportunity will soon be calling the shot in the long run, and the dude that goes for money will soon face the odds. The dude that goes for money will face the horde. It's like the beautiful girl that jettisoned the man of vision and said yes to a guy with television. A beautiful girl was approached by two guys. One of them have vision, the other have television. And the beautiful girl went for the man that have television. At least he can watch soap opera, he can watch series, he can watch all his programs on the TV. But the man with vision have nothing to show for his vision. And let me tell you something. It is more than what we can see now. It is not all that we can see now that are really in existence. A lot of stuff are in existence, but they are not visible. Okay, then, and this, he said yes to the man of that have television. And along the line, the guy, the man of vision, at the end of the day, later owns. He later owned a television station, and he decides what the owner of a television set sees on his screen. The man that have vision later owned a television station, and he then decide what the owner of a television could even see on his own screen at home. That same man of vision later start producing television of various shapes and sizes. 10 years later, he met the same beautiful girl, and your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is as good as mine. Mirage and image looks alike, but the difference is that one is real and the other is unreal. Mirage and image looks alike, but the difference is one is real and the other one is unreal. Do not be like that little beautiful girl that decided to cast his lot with a man of television and abandon a man that have vision. I'd rather go with a man that have vision than a man that have television. Do not embrace television at the detriment of a vision. Do not be like that beautiful girl. I'm not worried by what I see. I'm only moved by what I cannot see, because it is the unseen that rules over the one that is optically visible. It is the unseen that rules over what is optically visible. It is the unseen that rules over what is optically visible. Life is very dynamic. It is what you see that you are going to get. It is what you think that you are going to get. It is what you believe that will become your portion. Let me give you an analysis of a two guy. Two guys saw a palm kernel. The first one saw just something to throw at his friend to cause him pain. Just something to throw around. When he saw the palm kernel, he just saw something to throw around. You know? And the other guy, in that palm kernel, he is already seen a palm tree plantation, a palm oil factory, a cane furniture factory. He thinks of a roofing materials for ultra-modern architecture and cosmetic industrial materials. The same palm kernel that the other guys just throw around, is already dreaming about what he can make with that single palm kernel. It's all about what you can see. I don't care much about what I'm looking at now, but I'm careful about what I see. The same guy you see today and your mind goes to a very quick one-night stand. That same girl, another man sees in her somebody that they can build and run an empire together. The same girl you see that your brain goes to, oh, I can do a quick one with this girl. That same girl, another man Caesar is already dreaming of how they can build an empire together. It is about what you see. It is about what you can imagine. It is about what your mind can conceive. It is about what you think your God can do for you. You remember the parable of the talent. Some got their talent, they buried it. Some people got theirs, they traded with it, and they got returns. So it depends on your mindset. Give two guys $1 million seed for investment. Give to 2 or 3 guys. After 3 years, come back. Guys, Alpha, what have you done with what I've given to you? You begin to see different excuses, hearing different alibis. It is what is in your mind that will produce for you. Think deep, think broadly, see the bigger picture. That is the way forward. That same girl that you see, that you only think of, oh, I can quickly do one night stand, one short time with, that same girl, give to another guy. This guy will build an empire. He sees in her the first lady. He sees himself as the president and commander-in-chief. It's all about your mindset. It's about what you can see. It's about what you think your God can do for you. It's about what you think your God can do for you. It's all about what you can see. It is you that you are at the driver's seat of your life. It is you that must decide what you want to do with your life. A glorious high throne from the beginning is my place of sanctuary. As for me and my house, we are for signs and wonders. When the enemy shall come in like flood, the Spirit of the living God will lift up his standard against them. That is what he says, and that is what he's going to do. It is you that you have to align yourself to his divine plan and purposes. It is you that you must align yourself to his divine plan and purposes. What is under my feet cannot defeat me. What is under my feet can never defeat me. That is what it says. It is under your feet, it cannot defeat you. The enemy, circumstances of life, challenges of life, they are under your feet. Satan, their masters, all of them, they are under your feet. I will tread upon serpent and scorpion and all the powers of the enemy. Nothing shall by enemies hurt me. That is what his word says. Until you begin to believe his word, you are in the world roaming about the streets like a wanderer, like the prodigal son, like an orphan. Until you begin to believe his word, you are like that orphan that have nobody to offer him accommodation and shelter. Do not forget, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runs into it and they are safe. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous runs into it and they are safe. The name of the Lord. Until you embrace his word, you are like that orphan roaming about the street with nobody to offer him shelter and accommodation. But when you believe in his name, believe in his word, believe what he has spoken about you, then you are that person that believes in the name of the Lord, that is a strong tower, and you are that righteous man that runs into it, that is safe. You are that righteous man that runs into it, and you are very safe. Who and what you are reflect in what you see. Who and what you are reflect in what you see. I can hear the sound of abundance. I will never see rain. I will never see wind, and still the valley will be filled. That is what it says. You will never see rain. You will never see wind. Still the valley will be filled. How? That is what our Father in heaven can do. We are all wired for abundance, but we remove the fuse with our own hands through our unbelief. We are all wired for abundance, but we'll remove the fuse with our own hands. Without a fuse, how can you put the wiring to good function? Why are you blocking your own current? Why are you blocking your own energy? We are all wired for abundance, but we remove the fuse with our own hands through unbelief, because we do not do what we are supposed to do. I looked in the mirror, and the man I saw there is the one that has kept me stagnated. And I found out I was the one in that mirror. Every man is the architect of his fortune and otherwise. Every man is the architect of his own fortune and misfortune. A door of opportunity is opened unto me, but many are my adversary. A door of opportunities are opened unto me, but many are my adversary. He has given us all that pertains to life and godliness. He has given us all that pertains to life and godliness. He has given us everything that pertains to life and godliness. Our Father in heaven has given us everything that pertains to life and godliness. There is an evil that I saw. The princes are walking on the ground barefooted, and the slaves are riding on horses. The slaves are riding the horseback. It is only ignorance that will make lions to go and ask the dog, let's go on hunting expedition. Why does a lion need to hunt? Why does a lion need to go for hunting expedition when there is already a game before him to feast on? We are like that lion that goes to the dog, dog, please come, accompany me. Let's go on hunting expedition. A lion does not need to hunt when a dog is already in front of him. Only just for him to feast on it. Finished. The same way, that is what we do. We are like that lion that go and beg dog, please accompany me. Let's go on hunting expedition. What God has given unto you, you leave it. It's lying fallow till the enemy takes it away from you. We are like that lion. Dog, please accompany me. Let's go on hunting expedition. A lion does not need to go for any hunting when a dog is lying there in front of him. That is how it is. We are like that lion. What we are begging for is in our hands. Most of the time, what we are begging for, they are in our own hands. Our biggest opportunities lies in our immediate environment. Our biggest opportunities lies in our immediate environment. Success is a universal citizens that are in most cases locally domiciled. Success are universal citizens that in most cases locally domiciled. Never sell out yourself because the buying back process might be too costly. Never sell out yourself cheaply because the buying back process might be too costly. Never sell yourself cheaply because the buying back process might be too expensive for you. I do not care much about what I buy, but I think deeply before I sell what I have. I do not care much about what I buy, but I think deeply before selling what I already have. Once you give out your gold, if at all you are going to get it back, it may never be in the same glittering form you gave it out. Once you give out your gold, it may never come back in the same glittering form you gave it out. Once you give out your gold, it may never come back in the same glittering form you gave it out. If at all it's going to come back at all. God did not create you in such a fantastic way only for you to hand up a footmat or a dustbin of salt. God did not create you in such a fantastic way only for you to hand up a footmat or a dustbin. You are a reflection of God, and you have the seed of God's greatness in you. You are a reflection of God, and you have the seed of God's greatness in you. You are a reflection of God, and you have the seed of God's greatness in you. You are a reflection of God, and you have the seed of greatness in you. Every time that I look at the situation of human being, our situation, my situation of people around me, anytime I look at it, it reminds me of those days in an African farm. When starting a fire in an African farm in those days, we start with a small dry soft woods and we begin to blow the small fire into flames. We begin to blow the small fire into flames. We are all like that small fireball. We are all like that small fireball that must be blew, because from smallness come greatness. He that cannot start small have no permission to become great. He that will not start small have no permission to embrace greatness. It is written, do not despise the day of little beginning. Never you despise the day of little beginning. That mahogany tree you see, that Iroko tree you see, starts like a small tree until it becomes so gigantic. It is little drop of waters that become a very big body of waters. Little drops here and there that become a big body of water. The thing you did not plant today will never germinate tomorrow. Never you despise the day of little beginning. Every one of us actually need a push or a pull to sit right in our center of gravity. Every one of us at a point in time, one point or the other, we need a little push there, a little pull here to sit right in our center of gravity. There is a pace, there is a tempo that is suitable for every progression and a progress that will lead to the process of getting to the promised land. There is a pace, there is a tempo that is suitable for every progression and progress that will lead to the process that will lead you to the promised land. Find your own tempo and run in it. Find your own tempo, run in it, and you will soon find your dream coming true. You will soon see that your dream is coming true. Chances and opportunities favors those that are prepared. Chances and opportunity favors those that are prepared. Get prepared. Be ready to start small. Do not be a copycat. Do not be an echo of somebody's voice. Be your own voice, be your own man, and God will stand with you. God does not like a copycat. Be original and succeed in original. It is better to fail as original than to succeed as a copy. Be who God has created you to be. Until you stand up on your feet, you are still on the ground crawling. Never you embrace fear. When fear knocked at the door, the faith in me answered, and when we got to the door, there was nobody there. Do not be afraid. Stand firm, stand tall, be ready to start small. Every greatness starts from smallness. Every greatness starts from smallness. Build your engine, build the part, develop the mechanism, develop the system that can deliver whatever you imagine in life. There is always a God that is ready to help us anytime we call upon him. Call upon me in the day of trouble. I will answer you. I will show you great and mighty things that you did not know. Call upon me in the day of troubles. I will answer you. I will show you great and mighty things that you did not know. I will say of the Lord is my refuge, is my fortress, my God in whom I trust. That is what it says. 1,000 shall fall at my right side, 10,000 at my left side. They will not touch me. He will give his angel to guide me, that I will not knock my feet upon a rock. I will not stumble on any rock, because his angels are with me. You are too defended to be a victim. Take this in your mind, digest it. You are too defended to be a victim. You will never fall victim in life. Be ready to start small, and you will see God magnify the little that you are today. Never despise the day of little beginning. Yeah, you may say, I have tried before, I have tried small, I have failed, but that is not the end. That is not the end. Have you ever failed or made a mistake? Then that is not the end. Failure is not fatal, and success is not final. Failure is not fatal, and success is not final. The fact that you fail is a proof that you are not yet finished. The fact that you fail is a proof that God is not yet done with you. Failures and mistakes can be a bridge, but never a barricade to success. Successful people believe that mistakes are just like feedback. It's not how far you fall, but how high you bounce back that makes all the difference. It is not how far you fall that matters, but how high you bounce back. That is what makes all the difference. How high you bounce back, that is what makes the difference. That is what makes the difference. A victor is not the man that has not failed before. A victor is a man that has failed, that has never given up to his failure. That is the victor. Life is good if we dig deep and bring out the goodness that God has deposited in us. Life is good if we can dig deep and bring out the goodness that God has deposited in us. Life is good if we can bring out the goodness that God has deposited in us, if we can dig deep enough and bring out the goodness of God in our life. It is much better to dare mighty things, to win glorious triumphs, even though checkered by failure, than to rank with those poor spirits who neither enjoy much nor suffer much, because they live in the great twilight that knows no victory nor defeat. The worst part of the road is the middle of the road. If you want to face oncoming vehicle, face it. If you want to face the one that are moving in other direction, face it. But the worst place to stand is the middle of the road, because the one that is coming from the other side doesn't know where you are, and the one that is coming from the other right end doesn't know where you are. So you could be easily hit by a car. The worst place to stand is the middle of the road. The Yorubas will say, tí o bá fẹ́ jẹ́ Ọ̀ṣáká, jẹ́ Ọ̀ṣáká. Tí o bá fẹ́ jẹ́ Òṣoko, jẹ́ Òṣoko. That is, if you want to stand there, let people know where you are standing. If you want to queue here, let people know where you are queuing. The most dangerous place to stand is the middle of the road. Do not despise the day of little beginning. No one in this life has ever achieved anything meaningful who did not at a time or the other faces disaster or defeat. If you've never tasted defeat, you will never know how success tastes. Defeat is the stepping stone to success. Experience is a hard teacher because she will give you first the test, then you learn the lesson thereafter. Experience is a very hard teacher because it will serve you the test first, then you learn the lesson thereafter. Experience is what you get when you are looking for something big. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge, He is my fortress, my God in whom I trust. That man said, I've seen the enemy. They are us. They say, where are they? They are us. Let us embrace the hour of little beginning and who are going to achieve our dreams. It is not the beginning that really matters, but how we end. When we start small, we can end big. Never despise the day of little beginning. A man who refuses to admit his mistakes can never be successful. But when you admit all your mistakes, oh, I'm weak, I'm this, face reality. And the reality of greatness will face you. Face the stark reality, and the reality of greatness will face you. Until you stand up, you are still wallowing on the ground. What is supposed to be under my feet will never turn around and defeat me. The death of your dream will never happen because of a failure, but that death will surely happen because of indifference, apathy, and failure to try. The man that will not try stand no chance of winning or losing. The man that will not start something have no chance of ending it or finishing it. Until you start up, there is no ending up. Until you start the race, there is no way of coasting home to victory or falling by the wayside. That maize that is not planted have no chance of germinating or drying up. Life is beautiful. Adventure make it more ecstatic. Life is beautiful. Adventure make it more ecstatic. Let's embrace wisdom, embrace knowledge, and our dreams will soon come true. Until we go for it, it will never come to us. Build yourself up in your most holy faith. Believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will believe in you. If you do not believe in yourself, nobody on earth will believe in you. You are the one that is wearing the shoe. You are the one that knows where the pain is. It is the name you give yourself that the world will address you with. Carry yourself like a princess. Carry yourself like a prince. Only then will the kings come to you. Carry yourself like a princess. Carry yourself like a prince. Only then will the queen and kings come for you. If you did not start building your own empire, nobody will build it for you. It is with your mouth you have to say who you are. The stage is yours. Announce yourself, and the whole world will embrace you. Until we are ready to go the whole hog, we will be clogged in the wood. Until we are ready to go the whole hog, we will be clogged somewhere in the wood. Our life is very precious. The value that God has deposited in us is so immense that messing it up is like an unpardonable offense. Messing it up is an unpardonable offense. When God finishing creating you, He said, "It is good." That is what God said about you. Male and female, He created them. God says, let us create them in our own image. In the image of God, you were created, and the breath of life is breathed into you. That is the more reasons why you have no excuses never to fly high. A door of effectual is open unto me, but many are my adversaries. And who are the adversaries? What is he saying about the adversaries? He says, you will tread upon serpents and scorpions and all the enemies, and nothing shall by enemies hurt you. When somebody in the caliber of God give you a promise, embrace it, work on it, it becomes a reality. By my God, I can run through a troop. By my God, I can leap over a wall. A bow of brass is broken by my hands. He has trained my hands for war and my fingers for battles. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Your life contains something that the world needs. Your life contains something that the people of the world need. If speaking is your gift, use it to the glory of God. If writing is your gift, please keep on writing to the glory of God and to the benefit of humanity. Only by so doing can we be fulfilled in life. 100% of a book that is not started will never be completed. Until you start, there is no possibility of finishing. Never give up on your dream. Unfortunately, in life, dreams are the first casualty. Dreams are the first casualty. We quickly give them up for a reality. But out of dreams are thousands of realities. It is like that woman that follows a man with television and ignore a man of dreams. We give up quickly. We give up quickly our dreams to embrace reality. But every reality was initially a dream, a fantasy, a vision that somebody has drawn up in his mind. Realistic people with practical aims are rarely as realistic or practical in the long run. Every dreamer that pursues their dream will at the end become a winner.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise in the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you want to be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.